Namaste, visitors. I'm going to be talking to you about change today. I'm going to be talking about the different ways you need to be patient. And yeah, we're just going to be really talking about things that happen in life that we don't necessarily understand, but we have to just adapt and kind of ebb and flow because that's just the subject. That's just the nature of the subject. So yeah, I'm a person that I'm not necessarily resistant to change, but I'm not the most receptive of change. I'm sure other people can relate. I was never really one that liked new things to happen to me. I've always been the person that wanted that one good thing to stay. And I really feel like that has been my problem because I'm so used to that thing and I'm so used to holding on and maybe hoping that it gets better, but I mean it can't get better if it doesn't change, right? So a while back I kind of met up with somebody from my past who I was friends with, and she actually traveled abroad to pursue, I guess, a better career and stuff. And when she came back, I was expecting her to be the same person, but no, she had changed. I didn't even recognize this change until way later. I would try to, talk with her and I would try to just get to learn about her, but she had changed and she was not open to allowing me to do that. So that definitely set me back. I kept on asking God, why? This relationship that I had with her was one I enjoyed. We shared the same interests, music, film, fashion, etc. But I tried to, see her through and meet her where I was at, but she was honestly just not at the same place that I was at. So naturally, I had to let go of that relationship, and it was really tough. I can't lie, it was really tough. And I kept on praying to God, and I kept on asking, why would you place this kind of person in my life? But it happens for a reason. It helps you learn self-respect, and it helps you with self-esteem as well, because you just have to love yourself a little bit more to accept more people and receive more love. So yeah, that is change. Change is the inevitable, it is the constant, and it is the ugly. And it can be pretty too, actually. It can be pretty too, It doesn't always have to be bad. Sometimes, people change for the good, sometimes people change for the bad, but ultimately it's in the eye of the beholder. It's just like beauty, So yeah, I've changed locations so many times in my life. I mean, when I was younger, I used to move, bro. I used to move. My parents were people that, had work that would make them move. Like my dad, for example, he was posted in the Middle East when I was in elementary school. So I was around, I think ages 8 to 11 when I first started meeting my new friends from Venezuela, Oman, Kuwait, America. That was when I learned about other people and other walks of life. Wasn't necessarily the easiest to adapt to because I didn't necessarily have people that looked like me in my class, but I had to carry the torch. I had to be the trailblazer. I had to be the tycoon. So yeah, I had to be the freaking maverick. So yeah, I think that helped me early on to move on to higher levels. Like when I went to Tennessee when I was in my junior year of high school, that helped me for sure because I was now back in an environment that wasn't mine and I didn't recognize. But because of that change, I was able to adapt very well, and it wasn't even a huge thing for me. I guess more of it was learning about my environment because the Deep South is ugly. The Deep South gets scary. So you have to also be careful, where you're at. But the Deep South can be pretty too, it has a lot of forestry, a lot of nature, and there's a lot of Southern love. There's a lot of Southern love, Southern hospitality. It just depends on really who. But yeah, it's all there. I would just pray God change my life, change my circumstance, change my situation. I always pray that prayer because I think God is like, once again, the greatest mathematician and the greatest chess player. God adds and subtracts, God places, God removes, God moves. God is the greatest mathematician, and the greatest artist. I mean, he's God. So trusting the process and patience, that's my next transition with change, is trusting the process, trusting that, this will all turn out for the better, this will all work out in my favor, this is all, like, everything, every single thing that you doubt, every single thing that you turn your head and say, nah, I don't like this is all, God positioning things in your life for you to see that, hey, life isn't fair, but it can be good, and it can be good for you. I can do these things for you because I know what you don't. I can see what you cannot. I'm omnipresent, I'm omnipotent. I mean, he is a God, so after all, he knows what we don't ultimately. I mean, we go to sleep, where do we go when we sleep? We don't know, but we fall asleep and we wake up refreshed, we wake up rejuvenated, and ultimately we wake up. So that's part of the trust as well, is trusting that God will get you right back up and give you another day to make another decision, to make another change in your life, to make an impact in your community, whatever. But for every day we wake up, that is just another chance for you to, do something with your life. Just do something and make it worthwhile. Patience, man. This country I live in, nobody practices patience around here. I mean, nobody is patient. I feel like there's a very few select people that practice that, through meditation and all. People go to church and stuff, but you see them still having road rage and shouting and cussing people out for the slightest things. Nobody practices patience, but I think patience is something that you have to be prayerful about and also practice, because you can only get better if you practice. It's not easy, just like everything else, but it's achievable. That's the greatest part, is it's achievable. You can do it. You have to put your mind to it. I'm sorry about that. You have to put your mind to it, and you have to decide for yourself what you want, because nobody is going to do that for you. At the end of the day, it's your life. You're the person that's going to die. You're the one that's going to lay in that casket when all is said and done. So really and truly, you have to make the decision. You have to make that turn. You have to make that choice. You have to, be the person that, just ultimately makes those decisions. So, yeah, patience, it's really tough. I mean, the world is moving so fast. AI is here, and people are now trying to, make fast money, and fast money is never really good. I've never really seen it have a good outcome. So, yeah, I always pray for patience. Like, God, give me patience, because you haven't given me the gun yet. That's a joke, but yeah, patience. Really preach it like the gospel. I try my best, and I think I'm doing really good, because the old me, and that is the only person you should compare yourself to, by the way, the old me would have never received moving back home as a good thing. I am back home in my hometown of Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. The old me would have been like, man, so much resentment towards my sponsors, my parents, because I did have a plan to pursue higher education, but I guess because of the choice of the higher education, it wasn't really supported. So I kind of saw that as them, kind of pulling me away from my dreams, and there was a bit of resentment. But I learned that you cannot be so, resentful just because, A, you're not the one paying for the school at the end of the day, A, and B, trust that, whatever they are advising you to do is gonna have a good outcome. So I'm back home and I'm doing NYSC. NYSC is Nigerian Youth Service Corporation. and you just serve for a year. You do a bunch of activities during camp, and you get to intern at your company of choice. You get posted there as a corporate, and you get to learn all these things. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's good and fine, but I really wanted to go to grad school, especially since I had a lot of plans working with voiceover technology and working as a sound engineer. That was one of the things that I wanted to tackle, but obviously it's different and it's not happening right now. But that's again change. That's change. That is me succumbing and me also accepting that, yeah, it's not in your plans, but who knows what's gonna happen during my youth service? Who knows what's gonna happen, as I'm here now? Who knows who I'm going to meet and what that person's going to do for my life? I don't know tomorrow, really. That's just all God. But all of these things I feel like are relative, and they're all very structured. Like they will all fall in your lap at one point, because that's just how it goes with the universe. The universe doesn't tell you, I'm gonna give you a miracle. It just shows you. The universe is an action universe, very, very active, and it communicates through actions. It communicates through people's actions, people in your life. How do they behave around you? How do they behave when you're down? I mean, are they the kind of people to drive to your house and maybe cook with you or watch a movie with you? They're the kind of people to just text you if you're feeling bad, So yeah, universe has ways of doing things, but ultimately you have the power sometimes. Never forget that you have the power to change your life. I mean, with patience and with prayers and with hard work, I believe anything is achievable. I believe anything is possible, honestly. And yeah, I make these videos for myself. I'm being real. I hope to find community with them. But if you've made it this far, thank you so much, and hope to see you another time.